What's up, guys? Welcome to Among the Fence. My name is Aaron, and it is time for New Music Friday, where I take a look at some of the upcoming releases coming out throughout the week of February 18th. I give my thoughts and opinions on what I think we could expect to hear from some of these bands coming out with new songs and new albums and stuff. And if you have anything you want to review, leave a comment below letting me know what it is, and I'll make it happen for you. And if you do that, and you just happen to like what you see here, and you may want to make me feel good about myself, please consider subscribing and ringing the bell icon. That way you don't miss out on your requested review. We get a new single from Vayne titled Wavery. This band is known for making some very thick, dark, heavy, atmospheric stuff. They use a lot of dissonance, and I expect nothing less from them. However, I do get kind of tired of the super chaotic stuff that they do, and it makes it really hard for me personally to make it all the way through an entire album without just becoming overwhelmed by this wall of sound that's constantly coming at you. So it'd be kind of cool if they dive a little bit more into that deep, dark, heavy atmospheric stuff and not so much on the crazy, unsettling kind of atmosphere that they bring to the table. I feel like that would be really cool if they explored that. And I hope that we get that from this new single, and possibly just an entire album of that would be absolutely sick. We get a new album from Slackjaw titled Vicious Cycle. I'm so stoked from this album from everything I've heard from the singles. It kind of reminds me a lot of Bleed From Within's last album, Fracture, which was one of my favorite albums of 2020. Obviously, it's not like the same kind of music, but they have that same kind of energy and passion for music, and I just really feel that when I listen to them, and it's really hard for me to stop. I just want more, and I'm ready for this album to finally come out. Not all the singles that I've heard are fantastic, but I mean, none of them are bad as far as I'm concerned. And this is kind of a newer band, even though I guess the name just kind of pops out to me a lot more. But every time I see them, I'm like, man, this band's got to be around for a long time. But I believe that this is their second album that they're coming out with. And when I give it a listen, it just doesn't... If they feel like they're seasoned musicians who have been writing albums for quite a while. They've already found their sound and what works for them. LANDMVRKS releases a new single titled Suffocate, which features, I believe, the drummer from Chunk, No Captain Chunk, and this song is part of the extended edition off their last album, Lost in the Waves. It's been really cool getting to hear all the extra stuff that this band had for this album. And Happier wasn't like, it's not everything I wanted it to be. From the singles, some of the stuff sounded really good, and then some of the stuff was kind of hit or miss. The title track song, Happier, is fantastic. I still listen to that song quite often. And I gotta say that these extra songs are adding a lot more color to the album and really expanding on what the band can do and what they had planned and what they had in their head. And I feel like it's making the album better to me when I go back and I re-listen to it. Animals as Leaders is coming out with a new song titled Godian, Naught. The singles for their upcoming album started out kind of... they were just kind of boring. The first single, The Problem with Other Minds, felt more like a 2-minute transitional, like I guess you could call it like an interlude track, even though I guess all their music is interlude-y. But it just wasn't really anything of substance to me, especially knowing what this band can do and how deep and complicated and colorful they can make their songs. And as long, they can also make their songs very long. So this track that was like 2.5 minutes, it was just, I don't know, it was very confusing to me that they would release this as the first single to get people excited for their new album, and it did not do that for me. But it's been getting better and better, and I'm hoping that this album gets me more interested in the band, because honestly, I just can't get into them. But these singles, I mean, they're not bad. I'll probably be doing a review on the full album when it comes out and just overlook the rest of the singles in the meantime. Memphis May Fire releases another song off of their upcoming album. I believe this is like the 6th one. It is titled Make Believe. I'm not a huge fan of Memphis May Fire. I kind of see them as just radio rock. But the singles have definitely been piquing my interest, especially after hearing The American Dream, which sounds fantastic. And they really seem to push that radio rock sound, and they seem to be getting a little bit further away from it. Just in certain sections of their songs, though. Like, there's still something you can hear on, like, XM radio. But then when the distorted vocals come in and the breakdowns come in, it just feels like they're giving a little bit more, and they're getting a little bit more creative with it instead of just doing what everybody else is doing, which I do appreciate quite a bit. We also have more albums from Introvert, Devoured Elysium, I believe that's how it's pronounced, Spirits of Fire, Castaway, and we have new tracks from Savior, Body Snatcher, Caliban, Belmont. Jason Richardson releases a new song. Amon Amarth releases a new song, and a new EP from Becco, Foreign Hands, and Dark Matter. There's so much music coming out this week. It's nice though because it's not like a lot of really huge, well-known bands. These bands seem to be fairly new or just pretty unknown. So it's great to hear new bands and see different faces and stuff like that, especially coming out with just so much stuff. So if there's anything that you guys are looking forward to, because I'm sure I missed something throughout this, because like I said, there's a lot, leave a comment below letting me know what it is so I can check it out. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like, and again, leave a comment below letting me know what I should review next. And if you like what you see here and you do leave a request, don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell icon, that way you don't miss out on it. And I hope you guys all have a good rest of your day or night, whenever you happen to be watching this, and I will talk to you guys next time.
I was trapped in ignorant kid relying on my parents said to save me. Years gone by, turning out, ignoring every day. Said to convict me, 17 at the top of my own.